I know that you've talked a lot about Bayesian theory and working with Bayesian algorithms. Can you tell me a bit more about that?
Yeah, so Bayesian algorithms is something that I came to from the sideways, meaning uh, I have a background in ML engineering and I have a background in things like, traditional ML and deep learning and so on. However, a lot of problems that I try to solve is actually to convince stakeholders of the reliability of the forecasts we can putting up for them. And it's super complicated because the stakeholders ask you, "Oh, what's the logic on the model? What is
Yeah.
the prediction interval for the model? What features are you based this on?" And you can do that with a traditional ML, and there are techniques for doing these explanatory variables and so on, but they're intrinsically hard to explain, and the confidence interval you get out sometimes they're not well calibrated. And so Bayesian models is a solution for that because it gives you two things out of the box, which is interpretability and confidence intervals, things which is the ability to add easily constraints to your forecast. For example, if you know that the output needs to be positive, you can constrain that very easily in a Bayesian models. So for things like high stakes scenario where you need to do like if invest HelloFresh had spent $800 million in marketing budgets across 40, 50 media channels every year, or at least when I was there. So that's a high stakes scenario. So you really want to understand how the model works, what are the causal relationship between the variables, not just statistical relationships between the variable. And the Bayesian model is perfect for doing something like that. When you have talked to the finance stakeholders and you see it, CMO and CFO, you can really motivate why you actually put up a certain forecast. And yeah, and therefore we solved those with those tools because they were the right tools to solve the specific problem. Link
Nice.
immediately after.
Nice.